And we are live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gentlemen of Crypto episode 291. Today is Monday, November 26th, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we are here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10ish.
At 10ish.
Except when it's a holiday.
Exactly. For the free Cryptocoin last week, did we have a winner?
Oh, yeah. Shout out to AbleNet Tech for his answer in response to our question, which was, what were you thankful for this year? Kind of going with the Thanksgiving holidays. He was basically thankful for the same stuff we was as far as being able to buy the dip and being able to see a full market cycle. Most people haven't been in long enough to see that. So thank you for that comment. We'll be sending those free crypto coins, AbleNet Tech.
Thank you, AbleNet Tech. Antonio, what's going on from the UK? GOD TV.
Oh, yeah.
The P-Man Van. Sultan Shakir, what's going on?
Oh,
John
yeah.
Siebert, hello.
What's going on, people?
That was a good point. A lot of people. Marcellus Love, good morning. A lot of people got a chance to see the entire, like you said,
for the first time,
the whole market cycle.
Yeah.
So here we are. And at this point, if you're still watching us, make sure you are holding. You might as well stay in this market. It's like being in a riptide. You try to fight out of it, you're gonna mess around and drown. You're in it. Let it take you out to the ocean. You're gonna get deep. We're already pretty deep in it, and then eventually, when it suffices, we'll already be out in the water. We can swim out a little bit further, and for the newcomers, they'll have to go through all of it again. So
it's accumulation time, people.
There it is. It's definitely accumulation time. All right, top story of the day. Ohio appears to be first U.S. state to accept Bitcoin for taxes, Wall Street Journal reports.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. It looks like the state of Ohio is poised to become the first state to accept Bitcoin as tax payment. The move initially applies only to businesses, with plans to extend the offering to individual taxpayers in the future. Of course, is only to institutions initially, not to retail and taxpayers and investors for whatever reason. But it looks like it begins this week. The Ohio-based businesses will be able to register to pay all their taxes in leading cryptocurrency Bitcoin. And the payments are reportedly set to be processed via crypto payment service BitPay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, yeah, a couple thoughts on this. First, that it's processed by BitPay is, okay, well, now we're starting to get centralized.
Right.
Second, I am excited simply because all publicity is good publicity. I'm sure when people have the tax option, I don't know if they're going to change the tax forms for the state tax for businesses. However, when they look and see that it's an option, that it won't be that hard to convince businesses to accept Bitcoin now, which is sort of the reason why Bitcoin was created, was for payments, peer-to-peer payments. Right now, it's more of a store of value. But once businesses started basically looking at the legal side of it, like, oh, well, I can just pay taxes like I do with Bitcoin, just accept it. Yeah, I'll accept it. Why not? This actually brings more people into the space to use it. Less speculators, more users. So that's sort of the fight right now. And I'm glad Ohio is doing it. But taxes, of course, we all know, kind of can be bloated, and especially at the state level. Not really knowing where the taxes are going, but with Bitcoin, should be easy for people to send it. Pretty easy for businesses to do it, in my opinion. And
again, it's kind of interesting that they're choosing to do this and publicize at this point. People, it's one of those things where we keep saying we don't see crypto going anywhere. Is at its lowest in the last 12 months. There's all this negative publicity. We always talk about all the negative things with crypto, but then you have a United States state saying, well, we'll accept it as taxes from businesses.
Yeah, but it's not real money, people.
It's not real money. The market's going to go to hell. Yeah. It's done. This show's over. Yeah. But the state is taking it from businesses.
Yeah.
The show's just getting started, people.
Show's just getting started, bro. Okay. You know how crazy it is? Somebody, anonymous developer, created software, and now they're accepting it for taxes. People, we try to tell you, this is an important invention, one of the most important of all time, if they're accepting it as money now. So
right. Looks like this move was initiated by State Treasurer Josh Mando, who told reporters he is looking to plant a flag for Ohio in terms of national cryptocurrency adoption. He's quoted as saying, "I do see Bitcoin as a legitimate form of currency, and that he is confident that this cryptocurrency initiative will continue after his term ends this January," because it is about to end. And he said that he's able to decide that his office will accept the digital currency without approval from the legislator or the government. So this is something that looks like they are going to move forward with, but it could be short-lived if in January someone else comes in and changes it, because it looks like this is something he's doing on his way out, which, again, might not stick, but you got to applaud him for
get the ball rolling.
Right, for him to have the gall to say, you know what, I'm going to jumpstart this program. This is going to be a thing I end my tenure with, and then it's up to the next person to pick it up or not. But I'm going to at least lay the groundwork for them to have it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. There we go, Antonio. Antonio said this show's only released its trailer, people. That is right. We're just getting started. What's going on, Rashid L. Tessa? Good morning. Morning love.
Morning
Kevin
love.
Hodges. Hello.
What's going on? Everybody on Facebook.
There we go. Bitcoin bounce. Overstock shares surge on crypto pivot rumors. What is going on with Overstock?
Oh yeah, the blockchain package that you can get
right
as soon as they started. Well, we've known on Overstock. Anybody who's watched the show, their founder Patrick Byrne has been big on cryptocurrency since 2012.
Wow.
Started accepting it 2013.
So it's still at an all-time high for him.
Still at an all-time high. That's why I've always, whenever I talk to people who own businesses who want to accept Bitcoin, their biggest thing is, well, what if the price drops? What if it goes down? If I hold it? I've always told people, if you start it early enough, it doesn't matter.
Right.
And that's what I've tried to impart on people before. Overstock took it, to word, and basically what they were able to do is they're deciding to sell their whole retail business because they believe their T0 ICO will be a multi-billion-dollar venture. So if you have $1 billion idea and you need people, you might as well go ahead and sell what you started before and just go straight into the T0 ICO. So it hasn't launched commercially. However, they do have a big investment arm in Medici Ventures, which has billions of dollars invested all over the world. So definitely can see them taking off from there. However, their stock definitely took a bounce simply because they had the word Bitcoin in it. We keep saying, even though people say it's bearish, it's a bad time, still people are throwing Bitcoin and blockchain in their news, and investors are buying it up just in case. So good to see there. Definitely at a low point for Overstock as well. So they're definitely gambling with blockchain, and it's working out for them. There you go.
I mean, speaking of that, share price is up for it. And, right now we're looking at a price of Bitcoin here. It looks like anywhere at about $3,700 plus or minus $200-300. So I know a lot of people are freaking out, but again, this is something the market has seen before. This is not the first time the crypto market has seen this, so it won't be the last.
Blockchain stimulus package, get you on.
Here's a huge story. Alt-right Twitter Gap moves to Bitcoin payments due to banking blacklist.
Oh yeah!
Wow!
Shout out to free speech,
right? I mean, listen, it's funny because some of the same people in this group were also some of the same people that attacked what's my man's years ago when he did the WikiLeaks.
Oh yeah.
These are some of the same people who attacked him, saying, granted, some people defend him as well, but a lot of people were saying that, this is an enemy of the state. This is another person we should block off his banking. We should make sure PayPal won't accept. People were okay with because of a person that had leaked pertinent information that American people need to know, but that it leaked this information that some people thought was treason, that he should have all his access to funds cut off. A lot of those people came from this group, but now this group is basically making a huge U-turn saying, whoa, you doing it to us too? I thought Trump liked us. What's going on?
Nope. Yeah, if you can do it to one person, you can keep on. That's why we always say it sets a precedent. Whenever something happens, if it's the bad guy, you always start with the bad guy. So people are like, oh, well, that's fine. Like kicking Alex Jones and Milo, whoever, off of their platforms, it's basically like, oh, yeah, those are the bad guys. All right, take them off. Then when they start taking off regular people who have nothing to do with it, they just tweet or put up stuff on Gab. One of the biggest things that we've said is that if it happens to one, it can happen to anybody else. So even if they're considered extremists, if somebody disagrees with what you said, it doesn't matter. Freedom of speech is freedom of speech. If people want to accept money, Bitcoin has been the way that they have done it. Bitcoin and Monero. So this is one other use case that you can throw in the pot for why people need money outside of the banking system.
So real quick, like, what is Gab and why are they being banned, I guess, by the banking system, and what are they doing about it?
Well, Gab is a company that it's dubbed alt-right Twitter, but it's basically a message board where people can post stuff. A lot of it has been used by people in the industry who are considered alt-right. However, in order to accept money, they had to use Stripe and PayPal. That got cut off from Gab simply because they stated that they violated terms of service because of words. I still don't see exactly how, but they said it was domestic terrorist acts that were put on there. However, once it got banned, they were able to choose BitPay and accept Bitcoin. And even if they couldn't use BitPay, they could use BTC Pay Server. They could use Coinbase. They could use someone else anytime. So it's actually good for the people who wanted to accept money, accept donations. But if you have social media, and they can cut off anybody's, they can cut off yours too, just for your opinion. So
and here's it was interesting about this. I'm reading about with this guy Andrew Torba. I'm assuming one of the leaders, or possibly part of leadership, or at least one of the people who report on it. Yeah, it's the founders, Gap's founder Andrew Torba. This is how you bridge that gap, people. You know, people always talk about alt-right and racism and all this stuff. He said that he would be integrating BitPay ASAP because Coinbase already banned us. I'm gonna reach out to this guy and let him know BitPay's no better.
Yeah.
He's working with the feds right now, and I'm telling you, after we help this guy get on his crypto journey track, they'll start to see the light and say, you know what, not everybody's that bad. But no, seriously, it's funny that he said they were going to use BitPay, and it's like, man, out of the frying pan into the fire, buddy. This is not the right. This is not the best place to use. But again, you know, Stripe, PayPal, banks, and now Coinbase, which we said what happened with Coinbase, because they are the government at this point, are saying you don't have access to funds. A lot of people never been through this. You know, I was talking to somebody recently who debit card, credit card went offline because they were in a different state traveling. I'm like, listen. Man. That's happened so many times these days. No, we don't even count anymore.
It's hilarious.
That's like a part of business at this point. Like we expect it to eventually 6 weeks or so happen, but people don't understand how vulnerable they are. Imagine if no options where you didn't have cash on hand, credit didn't work, debit didn't work. You have nothing, and you have no way of receiving anything either because a group of people that live in the same, I guess, you know, border within the same borders, you decide that you're not allowed to have access to money anymore either.
Yeah. You don't get money. Like
you don't.
How dystopian is that, people? If you ever read 1984, you know, the cut off from funds, cut off from food, cut off from stuff. You're very vulnerable right now. If you don't grow your own food, if you don't have your own currency, if you can't build your own house or get around transportation wise,
you're a good citizen.
You are relying, exactly. You are relying on a lot of different people who don't have your best interest at heart. So, if you have some sort of, you know, platform where you put out information, it doesn't matter if you think it's good. If other people don't like it and enough people don't like it, they can shut it down. That's exactly what happened. The market will decide. Yeah.
All right, John Siebert said, I saw a Bitcoin dispenser in my subway station in Prague. The second is in the market center 200 feet nearby. I just said, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Out of Prague. There we go, John. Another place on our hit list to go travel.
Something is happening. Right. You're right. Yeah, I mean, all the development that's happened, the fact that Ohio's accepting its taxes, all of these companies that are starting to accept it, there's no reason for anybody to believe that this is going away forever. I don't
John Siebert, exactly. BitPay is harmful for Bitcoin because people don't run their own node and use one. It reduces the number of nodes. And that's the thing, the scary part of a lot of businesses, because their initial instinct already is that they don't want to become a part of this ecosystem because it's so different. But let's say they decide to join. The first thing they'll do won't be to create their own node, which is actually the smartest thing for a business to do, have a computer sitting in the back somewhere running his own node. Of course, they're probably going to use BitPay or one of these guys. And as you said, that is going to be damaging on businesses the day BitPay or one of those bigger payment processors get cracked. When those guys get hacked, you're talking about a lot of businesses that have signed on, and there's only 2 or 3 different payment processors that are pretty popular on the business standpoint. So that is pretty dangerous.
Yeah, good place to start, but hopefully they evolve. They'll realize it. Like most people, if you give them the start of it and they start realizing, hey, I can do more, they'll evolve and they'll get something better.
Yeah, Antonio said when he was in Bali, it took a while to take money out of banks because that bank had to call up his bank. It took hours. Hey, I understand.
We understand. Good, gracious.
Crypto Ty, what's the word?
What's up, Crypto Ty?
All right, Japan. CoinCheck completes token additions with Ripple Factum relaunch.
Oh man,
CoinCheck is back.
CoinCheck's back.
Hacked Japanese cryptocurrency exchange CoinCheck has begun trading a wider range of assets. November 26th, a press release confirmed. 10 months after funds worth over $530 million were stolen. We are living in a time where $500 million can be stolen from you, and you can be up and running in less than 12 months with a good PR plan, and no one will know what happened.
Nobody knows what happened.
Wow.
In fact, the group that bought it, Monex Group, we actually discussed them. They purchased them for $33 million. So that was what you call a discount price.
Right.
Discount double check for Monex. And they definitely did not buy it with the intention of shutting it down.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Not because, it's funny, though, because I can just see, like, the hack happening. And whether somebody did intentionally or not, it's just like this nefarious group of business people, like, shaking their hands hey, the bar ball when you walked in ESPN.
Hey, what you doing? This is what we do.
Hey, look, I don't have $100 million that you originally wanted, but I have 33.
I got 33 for you. You better take something before it's over. So they took that money, and then now they're back up and running. They actually added Ripple and Factum. So they are operating for all tradable cryptocurrencies in Japan. So it is good to see that they were able to get back online under a new ownership group. However, I feel bad for the people who started it, because if you built an exchange that was worth $500 million and it got stolen, and even if they did it themselves or if they found a way for it to get hacked and they got it back, that still is bad for publicity. So it is good to see them back up and running. More exchanges, you know, the better. So
you know what? Honestly, not saying it would be CoinCheck, but if it were CoinCheck, another big exchange, I mean, I can literally see them getting hacked again twice within 12 months, and like literally because as far as the Monex group with 33 million up, come on, you got 530 million that got hacked already. If we get a percent of that, as far as businesses, they're like, look, we can get $100 million hack going, and exit scam, and we've already made 70 million. You know, we made double plus more of our money back in less than a few months. So and that's something to watch out for.
Yeah, what's even more interesting is if nobody gets hacked after this. Meaning if the exchanges get bought by these companies like this one here, Zaif, another Japanese platform, they lost 60 million. They got their business handed over to Fisco. So if that exchange and then this exchange, if they don't get hacked for, you know, the considerable future,
then somebody might have been in on it.
Hey, somebody might have been in on it, so we can buy up these exchanges when they cheap. That's a business move. That's literally, hey, get them hacked, lose 100 million.
Billions, X capital.
Hey man,
all day,
every day. And shout out to Cash and J. He actually said CoinCheck links with all the convenience stores now in Japan.
Oh wow,
that's tight. Yeah, so if you got CoinCheck in Japan, or if you have it on the exchange, you can go to Japan and shop easy. You don't have to be from Japan now. So
there it is. What's going on, SJ Smith? All right, and for the free cryptic coin, what are we doing today?
Oh yeah, so for the free cryptic coin today, would you pay taxes in Bitcoin if it was allowed in your state? If you could pay federal taxes, would you pay it in Bitcoin? Also, what do you think will happen with the Bitcoin that's paid in taxes? Will it get changed over to cash? Will they store it? Will they keep, reserves?
Will it disappear one day?
Will it disappear? Will it, if somebody forks off Bitcoin, will they get that as well? Let us know what you think. Put your cryptic coin address and we'll send those free coins.
Until then, people, listen. This is for the real cryptocurrency holders right now. We know it's tough times, but you are in the eye of the storm. There is no jumping ship now. It's nothing but death down there, people. It's time to ride this thing out. You got to ride it out, people, into the peaceful waves. So until then, we will see you all tomorrow. Make sure you have a happy Monday. Have a great week. And hopefully we have some more positive news before then.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Enjoy those turkey sandwiches and leftover ham.
There we go. Cheers.
Have a good one.